Hello, programmers and map makers. I am Matt Kuringa from Adelphi University, and I'm going to make a quick video showing how to make a thematic map of census data using our new miximaps package that's sitting on top of pandas and geopandas and Folium. And in just a few lines of code, we can load some data from the census about New York City, make a nice colored Choropleth, and we're going to look at the median income. So the first thing we need to do is use pip to install the package. Okay, while that's running, we'll start a new code block here, and we'll call our imports. Because miximaps wraps geopandas, we don't need to import it. So miximaps, we're going to grab New York City and UI with some UI helpers, and we're going to grab the census Python library, which is going to help us wrap up our calls to the census API. Okay. To use the census, we need to access their API with our secret key. So I'm just going to grab this code from Google and the name of my variable. So I already saved this here. Yeah, there we go. From Google Colab, I'm going to get my secret key. I'll call it census API. Now let's call it API key. And then I'm going to use the most recent ACS 5 2023, create a census object, pass in our API key and the year. All right, now we have that. We're going to be able to use it. We're going to be able to use this to call the census. Let's run that code. Grant it access. It has my key. Cool. Now, let's get the data. And we're going to use the new miximaps to get this. The table we want is B19013. And I usually look these up from data.census.gov, or I ask ChatGPT for some table variables, and I verify that they're the right ones. This table has medium income. And let's create a data frame. And we're going to use New York City get tracks table year equals year. All right, let's run that. Oh, sorry, we forgot to pass in our census object. So this is just a wrapper on top of census that's going to make the census call and then merge it in with the shape files from the Tigerline database for all the tracks in New York City. All right. And this default call also has the metro area with the bordering counties. All right, we've got this. Let's clean this data up a little bit. So I'm going to rename this really long column name. Let's give it something shorter. Okay, we'll do that in place. All right, and then let's filter out these values that are below 0. All right, there we go. And then now let's make a map. All right, first thing, I'm going to make the map based on median income, but I want a nicer column. So I'm just going to format this the way we would expect to see it. That's about right. Yeah, I like that. We'll take the AI's help there. That I don't want to do. And then let's see. I'm going to use our UI package to create a new column called pop-up. We'll call it pop. That's fine. I dot. So I'm just going to pass in the columns we want. Well, first I'm going to pass the data frame. And, oh no, that's not how it works. We pass the columns. We'll give it the geographic tract name. Median income. There's going to be a little pop-up when you click on a track in our map. Let's do county and state. Okay. So df.apply. We're going to apply the function return from pop-up. And we'll say axis is 1, so we go down. Let's just run that, make sure no errors. Looks good. Oh. And now let's explore it. So Explore is in GeoPandas and it's going to make a map. The column that we want to explore is median inc. The tooltip is going to be median income. Pop-up equals pop, that column we created. Let's use the greens color map. But let's create a base map first. All right. And we'll pass that in. And I think this is ready to go. Let's see what we get. There we go. We have a Choropleth showing the relative median income in New York City. And when we mouse over, it tells us the median income for that tract. Let's see. We'll take a look at where Delphi is down here in Livingston and Hoyt. That's our tract, median income. Not bad, 167,000. Not as wealthy as, say, Dumbo, Battery Park City, right? They're all at the top of it. Scroll out, we'll take a look. We can see these wealthy belts in the a little bit outside the city, kind of a bunch of wealthy areas, and then Lower Manhattan, downtown Brooklyn. Hey, I forgot to show you what the pop-up looks like. And while thinking about that, I realized I'd like to add this pop-up keywords false when I'm using the UI pop-up because they already have labels. Anyway, when you click on a tract, let's just grab one in the Bronx. You click on it, you get a nice pop-up, and you can add the labels in if you want for the tables. But it bolds the top one, and then we get a little bit of information about it. There you have it. A quick way to use our new library to make an interactive map. Hope you enjoy. Maybe I'll see you at the Map Club.